Hey everybody, guess what? It's time. It's time for Red Alert 3. I'll give you a quick rundown of what the game is about before I start playing it, and give you an idea of what to expect. Now, Red Alert 3, the whole idea of Command & Conquer Red Alert series is based on it's fictional, obviously, and it's based on the idea that the Cold War never ended when it did in history. Now, Red Alert 3 is set basically where, yeah, when I say fictional, I mean fictional. They went back in time, the Soviets went back in time, and basically erased Einstein from existence, therefore taking away nuclear weapons, which of course adds an entirely different aspect to the actual Cold War. Now, again, this is completely fictional, this is completely made up. There's no historical events involved or anything like that. But what I will say is, it's a very fun game to play. Now, it sets the Allies versus the Soviet nation. The Allied nations, of course, being America, Britain, France, so on and so forth, against the Soviets, which would involve Korea. No, not Korea. That's Allied. Against the Russians and the Cubans and things like that. But basically, not only them, but they've added a third faction, and that's the Empire of the Rising Sun, which basically is Japan. And basically, it's a very, very interesting game to play. I won't be going for the campaign mode just now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, basically, and I give you an idea of what to expect. So I'm going to just do a skirmish real fast. And I'm just going to choose, okay, so I'm going to say I'm going to be the Allied faction against the Soviet Union, yeah, and I'm going to choose, my computer opponent's going to be Zana, yeah, one of the commanders that you can play against. Let's set my initial resources to 40,000, random bonus crates now, we're not going to bother with that, but we're just going to be in a nice, quick, easy game to show you what to expect. Now, let's load this up, and let's give you an idea. This is basically the battleground. From what to expect. As you can see, we've been loaded in the southeast, or southwest, my apologies. So what we do is you start off by building a base. You build a base, you build base defenses, you build, and you basically construct your army, or raise your army. You also have secret protocols here to play with, which give you an advantage. This one is surveillance sweep, which gives you the opportunity to go up here, because I know they're up here, that's where they'd start off, and just do point 1 and point 2, and it will zip across the map, as you can see, and give you a surveillance sweep of the area of what's happening.
You may know me as Zhana, commander of the most powerful Soviet Air Force. I will accept your surrender at any time.
Okay, Zana, whatever you say, dear. Right, so let's start off by saying, okay, right, so we've made our power plant. Now we're building our barracks here, so we can train some infantry. There we go. But we also need an ore refinery. Now, an ore refinery, what they do is they come to these little bits here, the ore deposits, basically. And they come and collect the ore, deposit in the refinery, and that's how you get credits to spend on all sorts of other things. You know what I mean? So, what we'll do is we put our base defenses down, which is our multi-gunner turret, which are really good against infantry and vehicles, to be honest with you. They're an all-rounder, basically. But what you can do is you can load infantry into these. Like, for instance, if you load a peacekeeper, which is a regular infantry unit, they will become a very, very strong infantry defense. If you put in a javelin soldier, which is a rocket launcher, essentially, then it's great against armored vehicles and vehicles of any kind, to be honest. And here they come. Here they come already. See? So if we load up one of these with a peacekeeper, see, they're automatically rockets because they're great for SAM sites as well. They're great as SAM sites. They basically are, they're an all-round turret, which is why they're pretty basic, which is why they're the only one there, really, until you get the really good stuff like the prism towers and so on and so forth. So now that we have that, let's do an armored facility. Actually, before we build that, let's build another power plant. And as you can see, it changed to it's changed from a rocket launcher to a infantry fighting. See how fast they got rid of that then. So what we do is we should put our power plant in here, and then we shall build an airfield. Let's build an airfield. Let's get an airfield on the go. And let's also build some walls. I think some walls would be a good idea around our MCV, our construction yard. So if we build the walls like so, and they're quite good because they actually, like, you know, build in between, as it were, like so. And then if we build our airfield, put our airfield here, we now have new construction options, which is planes. We have Vindicators or Apollo fighters. Apollo fighters are good against anti-air, and the Vindicators are good for basically air to surface, anti-surface bombers. They just go along, do bombing runs, things like that. And see that they're on a constant bombardment, basically. Here we go. See, they're constantly just coming after us. So what we can do is, if we build 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just build several units of infantry and get them to come here. Then what we can also do, which is quite cool, is we can garrison buildings for extra defense. Let's have 4 Vindicator bombers. Let's also have another power plant because we're going to need it. Now, this is an easy game mode because, again, I'm just showing you how it works. So this is actually going to be really quite easy to do. Let's just deal with that. And there's our Vindicator bomber. Look there. See, I am ready to play. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing. Duh. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll go for the clearance, the heightened clearance, which gives us access to better technology. There's 2 upgrades you can get, the heightened clearance and the max clearance. The heightened clearance, of course, gives you access to some new technology, and the max clearance obviously gives you access to all of them. So if we just take these guys and we pop them in here. Okay, now the garrisons can only fit so many men, so we'll even them out between them. We have access to spies now, thanks to the heightened clearance. We need, what do we need? We also have access to the cryocopter, which is always a bit of fun, because the cryocopter can shrink people, and it's so funny to watch. So, right, where are we going? Okay, so what's next? We should build a war factory. War factory is probably a good idea, isn't it? So we can do that. We've actually got men there, look. So we'll put them in here. First off, we'll have them fight these buggers. There we go, and the fight starts. Oh, they've set a bounty against me here. That's one of the Soviet things. If they can set a bounty against people, and if they win, if they beat them, then they get a little extra bonus credits. So now that's in play. So now we've got basically those 2 flanks covered. That should give them grief on the way here. See what I mean? And here come the tanks. Here comes the armoured vehicles. This is where the rockets come in. Now those infantry, these things here, are what's known as sickles. That's right, they're sickles. And they are basically a very renowned, internationally renowned pain in the butt for infantry. So, right, we've got our Vindicators here, so we'll send them on a run to see what's going on. We've also should have our war factory available, which means, of course, we now have the option to build tanks and armored vehicles, basically. Just build 10 tanks and 10 IFBs. That's 11. Try again. There we go. Right, now all we need now is a seaport. Now, seaports are always fun. Now, as you can see, that building is taking some damage. So what we'll do is we'll have a couple of engineers. And what we can do is we can also do is take this thing here. Oh dear. Where's the unit lost? Oh, it's our Vindicators. Oh dear. What are these guys doing up here? I don't remember asking these guys to come up here. I remember asking the Vindicators to. Where did the Vindicators go? I haven't lost them already, have I? They have. They've been destroyed. Oh, that sucks. Right. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, unfortunately. So we have our Vindicators there. Let's build our port. Oops. try that again. There we go. Alright, so we have our port now. Go. And now we have access to some other things. If we do max clearance now, it should give us some extra toys to play with. Yeah, baby. Right, so now we've got our engineers. Right, okay, so we can't actually send engineers to garrison buildings. What we can do is we can send them up. We can send them. Let's send that guy back actually, because he's having some stuff to deal with. If we get this guy to come around here, pick this guy up, and then we'll take these tanks and IFVs up. It looks like we've lost one of our garrison buildings. That's okay. That's not a problem. There we are. Right, so if I tell this guy to drop his load, I can take this outpost and get a much wider field of view. There we go. Now here comes the pain. Here comes the pressure. Here come the tanks. This is a lot more difficult than I expected it to be. Right. Right, let's get a surgical strike ready. Okay, now, so what we can do next is now we have some more Guardian tanks and things. We can start scoping out what's going on exactly. Enemy units detected. Where are they? Ah, they're just men. Okay. So let's take out these lads, shall we? Here we go. What we can actually do is just squish everybody. That's the great thing. Tanks, of course, you can just squish all the enemies. Right, now let's see if we can cause them some real pain. Right, so we have our base defenses ready. Let's have another one of those, and let's get a prism tower on the go. But first we need a defense bureau. So let's get our lads doing what they should be doing. Where's the cursor gone? There it is. Right, so if I just drive here and they go squish, 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 squish. Takes them all out in one go. Here we go. Now they've got a garrison building and they've also got terror drones. Which is a little bit of a pain. Alright, let's take out these bullfrog transports, because these have got flat cannons. Now these flat cannons are a pain in the butt because they take out our planes. Now if we can take out these flat cannons, then we've got more access for air support. God blimey! Absolutely decimated there. Okay, that's no issue. We can deal with that. Okay, so let's build some more. We've got more Vindicators there. Okie dokie, we have more Vindicators. We've also got access to more top secret protocols. So we now have our advanced aeronautics. Let's have our another power plant, and let's build our top secret defense bureau. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, now we have access to aircraft carriers and destroyers. So if we do that, then we have access to all that gubbins. And their air force is quite worrying, to say the least. Right, so what's next? We have surgical strike, and if we do this, then we have our surgical strike ready option available. We can possibly take out a few bits and bobs like this, like so, and that's giving them a little bit of a a little bit of hell. Now we've got assault destroyers here. We also have our aircraft carriers ready to build. Here we go. This is where the hell begins. Right, we now have our tech center, also known as the Defense Bureau. We need another refinery, I think, because now we have access to everything, including the Century Bombers. Now these guys are a little bit OP, to say the least. They're great because you can fill up your base with inventory, you can fill up your planes with inventory, do a bombing run, and then basically power drop all of your inventory. And it's definitely something worth watching, believe me. So if we do that real quick, do another air base. We're running out of money, but that's okay, it happens. We also have our oil derrick there doing its job. We're about to lose this, which is a shame, but it's not something we can actually stop right now. We might be able to actually. We might have to give them some hell. There we are. We're probably going to lose it, to be honest. Come on, get to the Tesla Trooper fast. Our base is always under attack. We'll live. Right. There you go, that's that dealt with. So if we go to... we still have these controls. Okay, so if we go to here, repair all of our unique little things. Okay, we're out of funds. Not good. Okay. Okay, our Vindicator is still chilling out at home. Let's send him home. Okay, we're crap. Oh, rubbish. We're back on power. We need power. And fast. Come on, 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 come on. There it is. Right. Building the power plant. That'll bring these back online, which will give us that base defense. There we go. Give us that extra base defense. Now we've got 2 oil derricks. We've got 1 oil derrick and 2 oil refineries working. And now we should have enough money to do this. Century bombers. That's why. Second cube. Right, so I have 4 century bombers. Right, we now have our destroyers and our aircraft carriers. Let's send them around, shall we? What's this? Is that another? That's another refinery. Cool, another oil deposit. Okay, so if we set them waypoint, whoops, set the waypoint to here, and then to here, and then to here. It should start sneaking up on them. There we are. Should be able to move the fleet across there with our waypoints. And the rest part is this, is that now we can build some nice, lovely inventory. And 1 Tanya. We're going to need Tanya. As you can see, our destroyers are already stationed where they need to be. We've got another destroyer moving at the same pace as the aircraft carriers, which is a good thing, believe me. So now if we do this and that, and let's get these boys on the go. Whoops. Whoops. What happened? That wasn't supposed to happen. Sorry about that. Right, so let's get the aircraft carriers doing that. Destroyers, aircraft carriers. Not quite sure what our aircraft carriers are doing here, but okay. Insufficient funds, insufficient funds. I know! I'm trying! Right, we need to be ready now. So let's do a surveillance sweep of the area. we now have the area of attack. And here come the aircraft carriers. See, they were ready. See, that's what I mean about the anti-air they have. Because the anti-air is actually quite deadly. Here they come. Right, so we now have our things in play. And hopefully while they're distracted, we can start. There we go. Right, let's have him back down, shall we? Okay, where are our units coming lost for? How am I losing units? That's not possible. Let's take out their ability to use their air force. That's the air force gone. Good. We now have another top secret protocol to use. Cryoblast. Let's use that. No, let's not use that. Let's use a high technology upgrade. Here we are. We now have access to some more toys to play with. Okay. That's still mending, thank goodness. Still have that in play. Still mending? Yeesh. Right. Oh dear, that's not good. Right, anyway, so. Let's get these guys ready to go. There we go, there's Tanya. Right, so we now have our Vindicators ready to roll. So we'll call them 3. And what we shall do is we shall get our surveillance suite ready. Try and first find their bloody base, shall we? No, there it is. Okay. So we do this. And we should be able to see whether or not where their air targets are. Where their anti-air is. All over the bloody place. Damn it. Okay, so if we do a bombing run from in here. So say for instance if we get... And then... literally come in for a bombing run here. Whoops. Hang on. And then come in for a bombing run. We can also unload our infantry. And Tanya is going to be a beast in here. As long as she doesn't get hurt. As long as we can keep the infantry keeping the vehicles busy. She can deal with the infantry and start dealing with the buildings. That is where it's going to be the best. Here they come. Bombing run ready. Drop your troops. Let's go. So it begins. Where's Tanya? There she is. Here comes Tanya, the pain in the butt. Let's see if we can get the aircraft carriers dealing with that super radioactive crap. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Let's have her dealing with that. Because they are almost done, basically. This is it. That was a 3-pronged attack. Let's deal with that reactor, shall we? Let's deal with this tech center and... well, first off, let's just kill him real fast. Right, so that's the super reactor down. That's their base. Basically, done. That's it.
I am defeated and at your mercy. Though I would expect none from one such as you.
And that is it, basically, guys. That is it. That is Red Alert 3. That's what you can expect. Now, the campaign is a little bit different from that, but that is basically the crux of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be playing the campaign map soon enough. And when I do... oh, that's when it's going to get real fun. Because then the story mode comes in, the little missions, you know, little reconnaissance missions and everything else. It's a lot of fun. Playing online is a lot of fun too. However, there aren't many people left playing online because it is actually quite an old game. There's more Command & Conquer games after this, see, but Red Alert 3 is my favourite. Red Alert series is my favourite. But trying to find Red Alert 1 and 2 to record is quite difficult. I can see what I can try and do, but there's only so much I can do. Alright, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, of course, leave a like. Please feel free to comment and let me know if there's any other games you want me to play or that you want to see me play. Obviously, you know, the older ones are probably the better ones for me, or the ones that don't demand too much PC power, because I am on a budget. I'm not made of money, so I am on a budget. I am on a mid-range computer, so there's only so much I can do. Things like Fortnite, things like that I can't record on those. I can just about play them, to be honest. So yeah, of course, you know, if you obviously let me know in the comment section what you want me to play. And of course, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you know when I keep uploading. That'd be great. I'd love to see more of you guys around. I really would. Alright guys, take it easy and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.